mentality that the longer is better, you know. And
Better.
then after
Yeah.
I was able to experience it personally, um the size doesn't matter anymore. It's about the performance, you know, on how you will
Performance.
um
That's true.
why am I so palpitating? Oh my gosh. But yeah, interesting.
Interesting.
I love this topic so much. Enlighten me. Oh my gosh.
Did you have something to add there, Dr. Martha?
Yeah, I was going to say that a lot of people are not aware of penis extenders. You
So
can
what's
What
it?
are
and you can extend the length of the penis by
Mm-hmm.
wearing a kind of a cap, and you can also extend the girth of the penis by wearing a sleeve. So there are extenders that are possible, because if you cover the entire penis, which is also possible, what can
yeah.
happen is, because of the lack of sensation and stimulation on the penis can lose its erection. So I think
Oh,
if the penis owner is actually receptive, you can actually customize whatever penis size that you think you will have more pleasure from.
interesting. So you're saying that a guy can buy this apparatus and it'll actually make his penis longer and wider over time if he
Not
wears
not
this?
over time, not over time. It's just a extension. It's
Oh,
just
I
like
see.
an accessory. So for the
I
session, you
see.
are just putting it on so that you actually have a penis that feels different.
Mm,
Oh, for the female gets
like an
going.
Yeah, so it's super
accessory.
fun.
That's interesting. I've never actually heard of
Yeah,
something
means I
like that.
haven't
So,
Yeah,
seen
I really
it.
hope people were open to it, because it's such a sensitive thing when you talk to them about, like, what do you think of my penis? What's the
yeah.
right answer to say? Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, and it's
Yeah,
such a
yeah, I love
sensitive thing. I mean, I don't, not that I need something like that, but anyway. All right, my next question. Cut or uncut? That is the question. What do
Oh.
most women prefer and why? So I'll start with Nikki this time, and I'm going to get her opinion on what she prefers, and then I'll
Mm-hmm.
get the scientific answer from Dr. Martha.
Okay.
No scientific answer.
I
Not
like the
really.
professional answer, professional
Professional
answer.
answer,
Okay,
no
so
From the
what do
worries.
you
expert,
prefer, Nikki?
expert. For me, Doc Martha and Nico, I prefer cut because
Mm,
for me it's clean. Whenever I'm looking at it, I want to see how, especially like the tip of the penis. I like
yes.
looking at it, so
Okay.
I prefer the cut.
Aesthetically, it looks good
Yes,
to you as well.
and it somehow it feels great whenever it's inside because of the texture. You can feel like
Oh, the
yeah,
ridges on the tip. Okay.
the hood. Yeah,
The hood,
is that the
the
right term, Doc
arrowhead.
Martha? The
Yes,
head.
yes,
Yeah,
food. Yeah, the head. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, so for me, I actually, whether it's cut or uncut, I just prefer it washed.
Yes, clean.
Yeah,
Yeah, washed. Yeah, clean.
Personal
So
hygiene is very
yeah, so
important.
I
of
think
course.
it's not a matter of whether it's cut or not cut. It's also how you maintain it.
Yeah.
And what
Mm.
happens is, if you really think about it, people who have gone through a circumcision on the
Mm,
penis, is actually a form of genital mutilation. Usually they were had this done when they were a kid, and
Mm-hmm.
yes.
sometimes, depending on what the procedure was done, it can actually really be quite damaging on the penis. The
Oh.
scarring that can happen, and what can happen to the penis, it can become less sensitive, and so there's less pleasure for the person
Mm,
who has a cut penis. So I'm
oh.
more concerned about the pleasure
Mm-hmm.
that is lost for my partner who has a circumcised penis, and what this might have done to them, because if they have a circumcised penis which has been, of course, exposed to friction with the
Mm,
underwear and pants and all that, and also masturbation. So what
yes.
happens is, over time, the penis is actually very much less sensitive than an uncut person. So what
Mm-hmm.
this means is that, even though aesthetically it may look nice, it can also mean that, because it's desensitized, I have to work a lot harder to get a stimulation or reaction on my
Yes.
partner. So it's not really something that I can choose, because it's something that they would have already gone through when they were usually young.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And so that's my answer. I prefer it washed.
And
Washed.
I think a lot of people think that being circumcised allows it to be cleaner because
Yeah.
uncircumcised
Yes.
penises, they tend
Yes.
to
Yes.
hide more
Yes.
dirt
Yes.
underneath the skin, right?
Yes.
Is
So
it
yes.
is
So
there a benefit?
yeah, correct. I think it's more a matter of learning how to clean yourself properly. That's all,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
and that has to do with hygiene. Many years ago, there was this literature that came out. It's not very well researched, where WHO, World Health Organization, was actually advocating for circumcision for African men so as to cut down the rates of HIV. But what they don't understand is when they go through this kind of procedure, the foreskin is not there to really act as a barrier for the infection as well. And so that was totally unvalidated. They didn't really give enough research to this before putting it out there that everybody should be clean, cut so that it's more clean. And that's not necessarily the right way, I feel.
I see.
I feel that I
information.
feel that we should give the same amount of respect to people with penises and people with vaginas, because there's this big outrage about genital mutilation, genital cutting, female circumcision. And why is it that we are talking about only female bodies and we are not talking about male bodies and the damage that it will cause to them, because they had something taken away from their body before they were of an age to consent to this act to be done to them. It is actually a form of body trauma. So anyway, that's very, very heavy. But yeah,
It's
that's
very
my
interesting.
that's my personal opinion.
It's so an awareness also, so that we can, it's added. We can understand that, especially for women, it's not only, you're right actually, Doc, that we shouldn't only care about women, the parts of, our vagina, and of course, but we also have to take care of the men. We have to, with this kind of story, somehow we get to, to appreciate even more.
Yeah, so I hope that parents out there will think a little bit deeper, because when it comes to the people who are of the Muslim faith, is a requirement, for them to go through male circumcision. But in the US, it's very much a cultural thing. It's very much a belief that it's clean. And it's not as much a religious thing in the US, but it is actually seen as something that is really positive.
Yeah. Well, even for me, I'm Roman Catholic and I was born in Italy. And in Italy, it's a religious thing actually. Like if you're Roman Catholic, most men are circumcised. And I think also here in the Philippines, most men are circumcised because it's become a religious thing. Where in the US, like you said, I think it's back to the cleanliness thing and a personal hygiene. That's why people do it.
Yeah. Thanks for sharing that. Because where does it actually say in the Bible? I know it is very controversial, but I think parents need to think twice. Like, I'm doing something to my child without actually giving them the permission to think about it, when actually as they get older, they actually can decide as well.
Yeah. It doesn't have to be decided upon birth right away. It can be decided later on in the child's life. Okay. That's a very
I'm just curious. Does it require, because I haven't encountered uncut penises yet. So does it require a special, handling, or?
Yeah. So I describe it like it's not very clinical at all. I describe it like a sock.
Yeah, a sock. I like an anteater.
Like it goes up and down. Yeah.
Like
so basically, yeah.
Yeah, sock. But okay, it's a very interesting topic, guys. But I have many more questions, so let's jump on to my next one.
No, Nico, I need this. I need someone to be answered. I'm prepared.
Okay. So it's like a sock.
So
essentially, it's just an outer covering. So you just imagine that when you are going up and down the shaft, it's just an extra piece of skin that goes up and down.
That moves.
And it does protect. It does protect.
So should I pull it down and then hold it right there and then continue?
Yes. So you can hold down the foreskin, and then you can do all the other techniques, or you can do it over the skin. It really depends on the penis owner, because they may feel it's too sensitive, or they may feel it's painful. When you pull down the skin, you have to communicate.
So Nikki, ask the captain of the ship before you decide
I will. Roger that. AA captain.
Before you hop on board, if you know what I mean.
I will. I'll take note of that. Thank you, Doc Martha. That's very helpful.
Okay, guys. My next question. Is a curved penis normal? So I'll start with Dr. Martha here. And how do you guys know when it's not normal? Does it affect erection?
Yeah. So it is normal for penis to have curvature. I'm not sure why a lot of people think that
Mm.
the penis is supposed to be not curved. Most of the time, there will be some curvature and it will curve towards one side, whether it's the right or left side. And as long as you can have penetration without pain, it is fine. So what happens in certain cases of this condition called Peyronie's disease is when there is a fracture on the penis and the penis shape, the bend changes drastically. So it can curve like 45 degrees and
45.
yeah, 45 degrees. Like it can curve quite it's not a slight curvature, it's like a lot of curve.
That's a lot.
So that
That's
a
a lot.
lot. And I think the key thing is when there's pain. So it's really important if you feel that some injury might have happened to the penis and the curvature has changed a lot and then there's pain during penetration, then it's really important to go to a urologist.
Okay.
Don't come to me. Don't send me your dick pics.
Don't send me your dick pics. All right, you hear that, guys? Don't send your
But
dick
Doc,
pics.
I'm questioning if they can
Martha.
send it to you, can they somehow send it to me?
I'll forward you from now on.
Forward it
I'll
to
be your
Nikki.
assistant, Doc. I don't
Yeah.
mind at all. I don't mind.
Yeah, exactly. Nikki, you're gonna be her admin assistant na lang. You just filter through the pics.
Yes, I will, Doc. I will, Doc. I'll do it for you, Doc.
Okay. That's very interesting, Dr. Martha. So it does come to a point when the curvature is too much, and then you need to see a doctor, and then possibly a surgery is in order
Yeah.
of some sort.
Yes.
Okay.
Mm.
Okay. Nikki, now I want to ask you this question, but sort of in a different way.
Mhm.
Have you had any experience with curved penises?
Yeah, but I haven't encountered the 45 degree.
The 45
Yet?
degree, okay.
I didn't bring my protractor with me. Next time if I encounter another one, I'll have my protractor so I can measure it and maybe send it to Doc Martha. Like, Doc, is the penis okay? Should we move on? Like, so yeah. But so far, yeah, it's now I'm imagining it. I'm like visualizing it right now. I encountered.
Okay, you have encountered the curve. I saw that we saw the diagram, right? There's the curve upward, there's the
The down, then like that. It's cute somehow. It's
yeah.
nice.
And before I move on with the question, Dr. Martha,
The curved up, yeah, there. I saw the
there's
curved
the curve up.
upward. Yeah,
You have.
there.
Okay. Now, I'm just going to make an assumption, Dr. Martha, but wouldn't the curved upward one be the most pleasurable for a woman because the G spot is on the upper roof, right?
Yeah. However, during penetration is internal. So really the vessel, the vagina, it's actually already how to say, it's really already fit to
Yeah.
the vagina. The fact that it curves, actually the vagina does curve upwards as well. The vagina is not straight, it actually does
Oh.
curve, and then the penis also curves. So I'm not sure why so many people are so worried about the curvature of their penis, because it's going to look different when it's fully erect, and also it's going to feel different when it's inside the vagina.
Very interesting for our viewers. There you go. It's not just men with curved penises. Women have curved vaginas.
Yes, and I haven't checked my insides yet. I haven't been there. I've never been to paradise. Never been to paradise. Never been to me. You know that song?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
In paradise. Never been to me. I haven't, but I'm doing it. Like I'm doing self pleasure, but I haven't like fully put everything inside and like check.
Okay, well, you need to get like
Next
one of
time,
those.
I will ask someone like, can you check if it's curved? Maybe.
Yeah.
I just need to
Ask the next guy that you're dating to stick his eyes in him. Is it
Yes,
curved?
somehow it's curved. Yeah.
All right, guys, before we go too clinical, okay. This question is just for Nikki. Dr. Martha, I'm going to give you a pass on this one. Tell us
Why I'm
your
so
worst-
nervous right now. Okay, game, fire it away.
Tell us your worst and then your best sexual experience and why.
Worst and best.
Yes.
What or who? You know, I was about to share this with you, to all of you watching right now.
Mm.
When and then earlier I had this talk with Doc Martha that regardless if if I mean it doesn't do good to other people, So I will send you a PM, guys. But the best thing I had was it made
Best
me
na lang.
cry.
Oh.
Okay. Like it was happy tears, It's like one of the best, like, yeah, so far.
Like while you were doing the deed, you started crying. Like umiyak
Yeah,
ka.
that's how good it was. Even the foreplay was great, it
Yes.
was, and then the penetration, it made me cry a little bit, but happy
Tears
tears,
of
like,
tears of joy.
yes.
Oh my
And
gosh.
the
Oh my god.
worst, I can't remember. I can't remember. It's been a while, Nico, it's pandemic. I can't.
Yeah, it's tough times for everyone. But
It's
I
just
mean,
me and my vibrator,
I can only imagine the guy in that moment when you were crying. Like he must have felt great
I don't know.
because
That's it. I
for
mean,
me,
I think guys are
me,
afraid of it. Like, oh my gosh, why are you crying? Are you gonna say I love you right now?
maybe yeah, maybe you're catching feelings. But for me, like if I know that I've pleasured a girl and she enjoyed it, I feel like I have pride in that. I'm happy because I gave her a very enjoyable experience. That's important to me. And I don't know if that's important to every guy, but I mean, that just shows that I did a good job. I performed,
Yeah, men are providers and lovers
right?
and
Oh,
givers.
And I'm Italian, so Italians are one of the best lovers in the world, Dr. Martha.
So you have to
oh.
live up to that. Do you have any pressure?
What's that?
Do you have any pressure to live up to that
A little bit.
Italian flag?
Yes, a little bit, but I think I live up to it from feedback that I've gotten from
do
previous
you
parts.
do you have like a feedback after doing
Yeah,
it? Like, can you
Like
sign
there's
this one?
exactly there's a survey box. I just please fill out a review and kindly leave it in the survey box, and we'll contact
But
you.
that's Doc Martha has a good point when she mentioned it earlier that sharing it won't do any good for the people. So can you elaborate, Doc Martha, about what you said earlier, because I find it very interesting, and it's it's an eye opener.
Yeah, so as you know, sex is a very personal subject and involves our personal lives. And yet, I am doing a professional role. So
Mhm.
when I do self disclosure, and I'm very open to sharing, I ask myself, am I doing this disclosure in the name of education, or am I doing it in the name of entertainment? If it's
Mhm.
for entertainment, then it's like, why? Because
Yeah.
it's just an interesting story, but I think they are much more interested in learning what they can get out of the session instead, like certain information and knowledge that perhaps they didn't have before.
And
Oh,
that will lead me into my next question, Dr.
actually,
Martha.
before you go there, Nico, I just remembered something. And I
Yes.
think it won't affect the other person, Doc Martha, with this worst experience. I think it kind of affect me, because while we were doing it, the guy said, "Oh yes, do it because my ex used to do it to me." Like,
Oh no!
really?
No! Oh, that's the worst thing you can say, I think, in that.
Yes, I just remembered it now. Like, yes, do it because yes, my
Oh
ex
no!
used to do it. Like,
It's
So
already
so just cause the ex used to do it doesn't mean that you have to do it.
yeah.
right.
It's already
Like,
bad
I
enough that
totally
you bring up
stopped.
your
Like,
ex. Yeah.
right. Then call your ex right now. Call. Let him finish this. Let her finish
Oh
what I
my
started.
gosh.
Go.
I love that
That's,
face.
that's a terrible
That
experience.
it
I'm
was. It
sorry that
was.
you went through that, Nikki.
Yeah, I just remembered it right now.
All right. I've
Sad.
got a
Sad for
question for
me.
Dr. Martha. I got a question for Dr. Martha. How long should sex last, and how long
Oh,
should
good
foreplay
question.
last?
Okay, so the first answer, and of course the only correct answer, is sex should last forever.
Yes.
Yes, of course.
Amen.
You know,
Amen.
there's
So easy.
there's outer play, there's inner play. It should be forever. We can also
True.
make love to
Arush.
ourselves. Why does it have to be, just when there's a penis involved, or when there's an erection involved? I feel that depending how you look at it, like, life is orgasmic, and we can appreciate so much beauty of life. But anyway, most penetration actually lasts about 5 minutes. So from the point of the penis entering the vagina, most people will ejaculate around 5 minutes. So I understand a lot of people are very curious, like how do they rank in terms of their performance.
Yes.
But I do know of people who can last, in terms of from a penis into vagina between, from 1 second to 5 minutes is about the average. 3 minutes, and then 15 minutes, 30 minutes, depending on the person. And a lot of people think it's just a talent or it's just a gift, but actually, with some training, you can actually learn how to last longer in the bedroom. That's why I work with people to overcome premature ejaculation, and then those people who have delayed ejaculation when they do want to ejaculate, but their body are just not being able to ejaculate. They also can have anxiety, because then the partner is asking them, why are you not ejaculating with me? Is it because I'm not attractive enough? You don't love me anymore?
Oh, then resides the anxiety inside.
So all kinds of sexuality problems can occur as long as one person in the relationship is not happy. So how long should foreplay last? I think it's very unfortunate that a lot of times foreplay is like, as long as they're sufficiently wet. And who gets to decide if the person with the vagina is sufficiently wet? The person with the penis decides. And a lot of people rush through the foreplay because they are worried that they will not be able to sustain their erection. So then is it about the partner or is it about them?
Okay.
It's very unfortunate.
That's very interesting.
So there's no specific, as long as it's still wet, you can continue with the foreplay.
Yeah, so this is the reason why lubricants are very useful, because the vaginal secretion, it does dry out after some time. And when there is dryness, and it can lead to friction, and it can lead to pain, it can also lead to tearing. So when there's tearing, that's the gateway for sexually transmitted infections and also bacterial infection. So you may not have a disease or a virus, but you may have an infection because of the tearing.
Okay, very interesting.
So
Nikki,
lubricant is essential.
I'm gonna jump in over.
I use lubricant, if you're asking me. I love it.
It's really important to use lubricants.
Nikki, now based on what Dr. Martha said, and now based on your experiences, what seems to be the average length of sexual pleasure you're having with a guy? How long does he last for?
To be honest, I don't usually have like a timer for it. But
okay, but give me an approximation.
Okay, timer starts now. We only have 30 minutes. No, because personally, I'm very I think I'm not sure if some people will think will see me as selfish, but for me, I think women orgasm are most of the time being overlooked. It's always the guy who always reach the finish line, and then most women just say, yeah, I'm good. Yeah, I did come. Oh my God, that was great.
Yeah.
But in reality, like, I didn't. So So for me, once, because sometimes I usually reach that the orgasm not with penetration. I usually experience it during foreplay, or
wait, you're hitting the climax during foreplay?
Yeah. For some reason. Is it weird, Doc Martha?
No,
am
because,
I weird?
Yes. So about 80% of people are having their orgasm. People with vaginas are having orgasms on the clit, right? So that's clitoral stimulation. So that's external. So what happens is, because most people with penises, they can't, they feel that they can't really last very long. So they make sure that their partner has their orgasm first, and then that partner is wet, and then they go in, and then they have a lot less pressure of however long it takes. Usually maybe by their own standards, a lot of people feel that it's not long enough, when in reality, they need to understand when it actually goes on for too long, it leads to vaginal dryness and can lead to pain. So I have had people I've had partners who feel really proud of themselves, that they can last long. And I was like, I'm so over it. Like, that's, was it about you thinking that you are the Italian lover, or is it about me having my pleasure?
Yeah.
Very
somehow, it somehow, medyo nakalma ko. It calms me somehow, because most of the time I always have this, why doesn't I get stimulated during penetration? And I always seek help on Google, like, am I still normal? Am I gonna find someone who will spend the rest of my life with me? No,
Yeah.
just kidding.
Yeah.
Well,
But
I was just gonna say, I think it's like, and I'm sure Doc can attest to this. Sorry, is every woman is different, right? And
right.
I think some girls get off for penetration, and then some are on foreplay, kind of like you, Nikki.
Right. And
Yeah.
I appreciate foreplay so much. Like I always get excited during the foreplay stage, and the penetration, it's like the dessert. So the
I
main
see.
course is the foreplay for me.
Oh, the main course is the foreplay for you. Very
Yes.
interesting. Dr. Martha, I want to ask a follow-up question, and for our male viewers, I think they're going to appreciate this question. What are some techniques for men to use when trying to last longer in sex?
Okay, so being able to do pelvic floor squeezes can help. There's a lot of literature on the internet when people
Squeezes, yep.
just Google. So pelvic floor squeezes, also known as Kegels, Kegls. And what a lot of people don't get, because I've been doing this for 12 years, working with clients, is that they do read about Kegels, they try doing it, but they only try for a few days, and then they'll be like, no, it's like it's not really working. It's not really just doing it; it's also the way you do it, like really being able to clench your pelvic floor muscles, squeeze and release, and vary the way that you are doing it. That is one of the techniques, because what happens is then the mind is actually controlling the body, and also the muscles are stronger. So then when you want to last longer with your partner, it's easier. So I actually teach clients to do this outside of the bedroom by themselves without touching themselves first, then later incorporating it when they're masturbating to see how that actually acts as a breaks. Because the pelvic floor squeezes, when you squeeze, it actually cuts off the energy from flowing,
Oh,
and then you relax the pelvic floor muscles, and then the energy flows again. So when you are masturbating by yourself, to find out like which way you can experiment with doing Kegels that will help you to last longer. I also teach other things like genital massage,
How is it?
yes. So what it does is over time, the massage helps to desensitize the penis. Meaning, if you have a sensitive penis that will be causing premature ejaculation, by massaging it, then over time it will become less sensitive. For people who have delayed ejaculation, sometimes what happens is their penis is actually desensitized, maybe because of circumcision, maybe because of rough masturbation. So over time, as they get older, they notice that their erection is there, but they're not able to ejaculate with their partner. So then the genital massage helps to resensitize the penis. And it's really important to use a lubricant when they're doing that, because they don't want to put too much pressure on the penis,
okay.
so that it becomes like rough and all that. So anyway, these are just some of the things that I teach. Changing the way they masturbate, changing the position they masturbate, so that when they're with their partner, it feels like they have already done some rehearsal by themselves. They are a lot more confident. So a lot of people see masturbation as just go in, get it going, get hard, and then shoot, but they don't
Yes.
really
Shoot
give
it up.
themselves permission to really enjoy and to vary the way they masturbate, so that also allows them to be more playful, more creative, more confident when they're with their partner.
Wow. Okay. Very interesting.
Interesting.
I was
Love
doing
it.
there you go, guys. To our viewers, pelvic squeezes. I was actually doing a few when you were talking, and
We
it's
want
kind
to
of
see,
feeling,
Miko.
and
We're
Doc, just
very
to,
visual.
yeah.
We want to see. We don't like
You wanna
words.
see?
We're visual. Come on.
Ayoko. Doc, just to clarify on the pelvic squeeze, it's almost the feeling of when I'm going to the washroom and I'm urinating through my penis. Is that a similar
Yes,
motion?
yes.
Okay.
Yes, so
That's
it's like, it's the feeling. Yes, it's the squeeze that we do when we are trying to find a bathroom and can't find a bathroom. But please do it when your bladder is empty. Don't do it when your bladder is full. Do it when it's empty. And pelvic floor squeezes, Kegels, is also very beneficial for people with vaginas as well, because there is no bone in our vagina. So what happens is the squeezes actually helps to strengthen the muscles, and having stronger muscles can also help prevent bacterial infection and aging. As we get older, the muscles does change in terms of their dexterity and their strength. So it's not just about strength, it's also about connection, it's also about blood flow, it's about awareness. It helps with being able to have stronger, longer, more consistent orgasms as well.
Okay.
Starting tomorrow, Doc, I'll start the
Start it
pelvic
up,
workout.
Nikki. Get
I
on
will.
this training program.
Because
I was
it's
gonna say,
with
Doc,
the start of pandemic, it's just me and my yellow vibrator, So I haven't done any
yellow background, yellow
yellow
vibrator.
background. I love yellow. Come on, you guys. It's a happy color.
Doctor, I wish you told me that I have to have my bladder empty because I actually urinated. Kanina. No, I'm just kidding. But, all right, my next question. I'm going to transfer it to Nikki. Spit or swallow?
Oh, okay. I don't swallow. I spit. I
Spit.
tried once and I didn't like the taste. So it kind of traumatized me. So I said to
Okay.
myself, hashtag never again.
So you're a spitter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and I'll transfer it to Doc now in a more scientific way, though. Is it safe to swallow your own semen?
Yes, I tell you, it is safe. And I get asked this so much. This is one of the leading videos on my YouTube channel.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
I'm telling you, this is one of the top questions that a lot of people are in it. And, they just keep posting their comments. I was like, why are you asking me this question? I literally just answered it in the video. Do you think I'm going to give you any new information?
It's such a common question. I think a lot of women ask this very question. So what is the answer to this question, Doc?
Yes, it is safe. It is safe. And you know what? Answering this question is not enough. Is it safe to swallow your own semen? Answering the question is not enough because the next question they'll ask me is how.
How?
Is it true that pineapple helps? Drinking pineapple.
Yes.
Oh,
So having a more alkaline diet, like more fruits and vegetables. So a pineapple, kiwi, banana does change the taste. So they will definitely taste sweeter. And for people who smoke, the semen is going to taste bitter.
Okay. We just had a comment on our Kumu. Someone just said, open your mouth. Okay.
Yeah. How do you swallow? I don't know why people are sending me these kinds of questions.
Sounds pretty straightforward. All right. My next question.
How about you, Nico? Which one do you prefer? Women who spit or swallow?
No, what I really want to know is, have you swallowed your semen and what does it taste like?
Okay, I'm sure every man in their life was curious of what their own semen tasted like. So when I was younger, I tasted my own semen because I wanted to know, like, it was such a foreign fluid to me and it had this weird smell. It smells like glue, like Elmer's glue. So I was curious. So I have tasted little bitty parts of it before when I was younger. And to answer Nikki's question, I find it's a big turn on when a female swallows the fluid. Because when a female swallows a man's fluid, she's taking everything in from that man. So it's a big turn on for me. And it just shows that whether it tastes good or bad, the female is willing to make that sacrifice because she really does love that person. I use the word love. If the girl really loves you, then she will swallow it.
How about half and half? Like, we'll put it in a glass and like toast to it and cheers. And then if you also love the girl, you have to like cheers and drink it together.
So it's equal.
Equal, yeah.
No way. I ain't doing that.
See?
Ridiculous. Okay. All right, my next question. What is considered premature ejaculation and how to overcome it? So we did answer this question, Kanina, guys. And doesn't erectile dysfunction only happen in older people, or is that not true, Dr. Martha?
Yeah, so difficulties with erection can happen at any time, at any age. What happens is you do want to get erect. Some people have difficulties getting erect, and some people have difficulties staying erect. And that again is also Kegels can help because it helps to strengthen the pelvic floor muscles, the connection with the body. So Kegels can help with so many problems that my clients come in with. including a low sex drive, including painful sex, including including erectile difficulties, and so actually it's not so difficult to understand sex problems because it involves the heart, it involves the mind, it involves the body. So when you have a sex problem, you ask yourself, is it my mind? Am I too anxious? Am I nervous? Am I stressed? Am I overwhelmed? Am I having depression? Am I having burnout? So you ask yourself these real questions, and then the hard questions will be heart related questions would be, am I attracted to my partner? Am I scared of my partner? Is this just something that I'm experiencing with this person because I'm not connected with this person? And then the body questions would be, what is happening in my body? Am I having a health condition? Am I having diabetes, high blood pressure, hypertension? Like all these physical body issues that you may want to check out with a medical doctor. So when you have a sex problem, think whether it's the heart, whether it's the mind, whether it's the body, and from there you will have some clues. So when my clients come to me, because I'm not a medical doctor, I will not examine them, I will not touch them. A lot of times they already have an idea that they need a talk doctor, and so they think that I will just talk them out of their sex problem, when in reality what I do is I also teach them sexual skills so that they are able to develop the confidence to overcome their sex problem.
Wow, it's almost like a sport if you think about it. You actually have to train yourself.
And a lot of times I actually talk about the Olympics. I say, look at the Olympian swimmers. They don't become Olympian swimmers by going swimming when they feel like it. It's a full-time job for them. So you're wanting to be like a porn star, and like, do you have a coach? Like, has anyone coached you? And it's not enough saying, I really, really want to swim, I really want to win the Olympics. You can't win the Olympics by swimming in the drain. You really have to prepare and practice and really dedicate to it. And a lot of people just don't have the knowledge to be better when it comes to sex because they really don't have enough information.
That's true. And
Nikki, are you willing to train for this? Are you willing to dedicate your life?
I always watch YouTube like videos about sexuality. Sometimes my friends and even my family would find it weird, like especially growing in a very conservative family, people will say, "Why are you watching like that? Huh? You want to be a porn star, huh?" It's not.
You're so cute.
It's like being an adult. It's one of the
part of
greatest it's one of the greatest advantage being an adult, because you get to explore sexuality, you get to experience it while it's not yet wrinkled down there. I wanna have a lot of pleasurable orgasm while I can still have it, because life is too short, especially now that we have pandemic. That's why I always hang out with my vibrator. My gosh.
Yeah, best friend. No, you
So Doc, I always train. So I think I'm in for the Olympics.
In for the Olympic training. All right, guys, let's talk about penis smell. Before I jump to Dr. Martha, Nikki, tell me how important penis smell is to you, and let me know some of the smells that you've experienced.
Well, smell for me, because that's the first thing that you will smell when you go down there. If it's smelly, I think I'm gonna like, it's a turn off. Oh, it's like food. If the food doesn't smell great, you wouldn't want to eat it. You wouldn't want to even taste it. You're just gonna look at it and maybe ask the person to wash it. But I think, but I so far haven't encountered that.
Okay.
But I have some of my friends who encountered different smells. Like one says rotten fish, another one says butter and chocolate. So I'm curious about the butter and the chocolate.
That'd be a good thing.
Yeah, the rotten fish though, I hope I won't encounter that in my life.
That's it, because I think the rotten fish is when the balls have been sitting in a sweaty and hot atmosphere for too long.
Mm-hmm.
Because I smell myself sometimes, and it's pretty bad. And that's after usually workout, gym, walking around for a long time in the hot sun. And to add,
but if you're gonna, if you're gonna do it with someone else, just a courtesy and just a respect to your partner, might as well clean yourself first, before. Yeah, eat it.
You're right. And para sa akin din, a woman's vagina has to smell good. If it smells
of course,
good, it's almost a deal breaker for me.
Of course.
It's almost a deal breaker for me, especially when it comes to oral sex. Like, there's no way I'm getting down in there if it smells sweaty,
Oh,
and you know
of
what I
course.
mean? And,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and as well as the taste, right? Smell and taste. I didn't mention taste in my question, but I think taste is a big factor as well.
Mhm.
And that's why females use feminine wash, right? But I think men also have to be conscious of keeping their
Right.
personal hygiene down under.
I just want to ask Doc Martha if pineapple is for the guys, does
Yeah, it's
pineapple
also
apply to
no,
girls too?
it's also for the girls. Yeah,
Oh, wow.
yeah.
For
So
the
a more
girls too?
alkaline diet,
Very cool.
pineapple, kiwi, banana, celery, they all help.
Wow. Okay. I
Okay,
did
I'll
not know
add that
that.
to my grocery. Pineapple juice.
All right.
Celery, pineapple.
Now,
Noted,
I'll
Doc.
transfer the question to Dr. Martha. Keeping on the same note of penis smell, give me 3 scents that are associated with your experience on different penises that you've handled in your
Yeah, I don't really feel that they smell too badly, except the rotten fish one. Only if they don't wash, they haven't showered. So one of the things is we really are so fixated with the not breaking the momentum of things, because of this whole like throw the person against the wall kind of a thing.
Mhm.
So I think if you are more particular about smell and hygiene than your partner, then maybe you can use wet wipes. That helps a lot with the smell.
Okay. There
Or
you
maybe
go.
suggest for a shower, do you want to go to the shower with me? And then,
Yeah.
secretly just, wash it first without being so offensive, of course. Don't ruin the moment, of course.
Yeah, exactly. It's a sensitive topic, I think, too. But wet wipes or taking a shower, great solutions.
Wet
Now,
wipes.
before we go on a break, I have one more question for Dr. Martha. I'd like to ask this. Does a man go through menopause? Like, would I ever go through menopause?
Oh.
Yes. So there is a term for it. It's called andropause. So andropause, yeah. So yes, men do go through something that is similar, where their testosterone level will drop, and this is when medical doctors can assess. And testosterone is a very important hormone because it's not only the determinant of the sex drive, it also affects their ability to concentrate with their energy levels. So people with very, very low testosterone, sometimes they find that they are not able to work and focus. Yeah. So yeah, andropause is one of the things that men should definitely look into.
And what age range does a man
Yeah.
experience this andropause? That was going to be a
Yeah.
question.
So it really depends on the person, because I have clients as young as in their 40s and 30s actually saying that they have been tested to be low in testosterone. And so I think the reason is because of our diet and our lifestyle, and also all the hormone disruptors that are happening in around us. So like for instance, with COVID, a lot of people are using hand sanitizers like crazy, but they may not be looking into the ingredients of their hand sanitizers, because they are actually very harmful ingredients that can be in some of these hand sanitizers, and they can in turn disrupt our hormones. So as far as possible, everything that you use, from your makeup, your shampoo, your hand sanitizers, try to look at the ingredients, be more educated, because they will disrupt your hormones. And it's not just about your fertility, it's also about your energy. When
Okay.
your hormones are disrupted, it will affect your life.
Okay. That's a great point. That's a great
No,
point.
yes. Wow,
Especially since we're in the middle of
didn't
this
know.
pandemic. Our
Exactly.
viewers are absolutely loving this conversation. I'm getting so many questions right now. Unfortunately, guys, I can't answer all of your questions. I'll ask one before we go on the break, and you just can give me a yes or no question here, Dr. Martha. Does smoking affect the smell of the private part of a person? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. There you go, Justy Hess. It does affect the smell of a private part. My dear Thursdays, more penis talks when Brief Encounter returns. Please stay with us.
What is orgasmic meditation? Hi, my name is Martha. I'm a clinical sexologist with a doctorate in human sexuality. And I am from Eros Coaching. That's eroscoaching.com. So I have a book called Orgasmic Yoga, and I talk a lot about orgasmic yoga. And it's basically a practice in which you self-pleasure for 30 minutes for 30 days, mindfully, very much in your body, not in fantasy. So orgasmic yoga is basically, I call, when masturbation meets with meditation. And Annie Sprinkle, who is also a sex educator, calls it motherbation. And so it's a bit different from orgasmic meditation. So orgasmic meditation is made popular by the organization called One Taste, and it's started by this woman called Nicole Don Dunn. So sorry, I'm probably pronouncing her name wrong. And this is a practice in which the woman who has a clitoris, or sorry, the person who has a clitoris, lies down and puts her feet in like a butterfly wings, and has the stroker stimulate her clitoral shaft. And they have what they call adjustments so that the person feels comfortable. And this is a very profound practice, because when you do this with your entire consciousness on the tip of your finger, or for the receiver, fully absorbed in receiving, their lives change. First of all, there's this great vulnerability and opening up of their awareness, their sensation, and also they can get, through repetition, quite deep, quite quickly, just like anything that we do. Walking can be a form of meditation, running, even doing jigsaw puzzles, art. You kind of get into like a trance state. And so this is what that 15 minutes can do of stroking. They call it OM, okay, orgasmic meditation, OM. And then they call it oming, and then people who do orgasmic meditation are omers. And if you want to find out more about this, I strongly recommend that you get the book Slow Sex. Don't get confused with other books also of the same title. You want to look for Nicole, who wrote this book. Also, you may want to join a OM class in your city. So I don't run OM. I am not trained, but I know people who do OM, and I can explain it, and I could probably explain like the positions, but I don't teach orgasmic meditation because I'm not trained. But actually, if you read the book Slow Sex, you should be able to do the practice by yourself. So from what I understand is that One Taste doesn't just offer OM and that's all they do. They actually also offer other kinds of courses. So I'm just saying, like, if you're interested, because lots of people are interested in it, you need to look it up and look for a class in your city. And if there's not a class in your city, then you may want to get the book. And you can also, of course, look up the many videos that they have done about OM on YouTube. So this is Martha of Eros Coaching, and let me know if you have questions. You can email me at ask@eroscoaching.com.
Orgasmic meditation. I've got to find a class. Hopefully they have some in Manila. Sana naman.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna enroll. Do you accept enrollees or students or participants from other parts of the world?
Yeah, we can definitely do it virtually for sure. And
Virtually,
yeah, so I don't teach orgasmic meditation, but I do know someone who does, and he's actually Filipino. His name is Oliver. So yeah.
Oliver in the
Oliver.
Philippines, to our viewers, Oliver, he will run orgasmic meditation classes. Back to Brief Encounter with the extremely talented and amazing Nikki Morena, and the incredibly smart and wonderful Dr. Martha Tara Lee of Eros Coaching. Let me shoot this question, guys. Why do some men, and now I don't know if it's a majority or minority of men, either single or married, prefer anal sex?
Oh,
Let's start with Dr. Martha, and then Nikki Morena. I want to get your insights on anal sex.
I think it's this. There's a very similar answer to why do people with vaginas like penetrative sex. If you have had that experience and it's positive and it feels good, you want to go back and have it again. So those people who have had positive experiences will want to have more of such experiences. And I think we have to be very clear. It doesn't mean that they are gay. People who likes to have anal play likes it because of many reasons, including how it feels good, including
Yes.
how it makes them, how they interpret it. For instance, being taken or feeling that they are able to surrender, feeling that they are a rebel. So depending on how you interpret that act, it can be a real turn on.
Okay. I think that's very interesting. And yeah, I think a lot of men do enjoy anal sex. Now, Nikki, is this something that you've experienced? Is this something that interests you? Give me your insights on anal sex, and is it something that you're uncomfortable with or whatnot?
give you my insides. You really want my insides?
Insights.
I mean,
Insights.
oh, insights. I thought my insides. I mean, maybe we can talk about it after the pandemic. But yeah, I mean, charing. I haven't tried it, and it's something that I'm not closing my doors because I really want to try it. I think that's something that I will. That's a gift that I'm going to give to my future lifetime partner because I haven't tried it. So that's very holy for me. But I will
Very cool.
definitely try it. But yeah, but I haven't tried. But yeah.
No, I was just gonna say, I think there's a big stigma around anal sex in some countries. I think in more liberal countries, anal sex is more widely accepted. But for a country like the Philippines, for example, is a very religious country. A lot of females, I think, look at anal sex as something that's kadiri, that's disgusting. There's no way in hell that I'm going to do anal sex. Just the thought of it creeps them out. Right?
Me
Nikki?
personally, I don't see it that way. I'm actually excited to do it, but I'm just preserving this to to the one because that's something that it's like it's the only virgin in me. So I'm preserving
You're gonna
that.
save that for the one that you know is
Yes.
okay.
But I'm
Dr.
excited.
Martha.
I'm so curious. What should
Okay,
we
well-
do like for first timers, Miss Martha? Any tips on how to handle?
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a
So
good
the
question.
anus is not self-lubricating. It's really important to use lubricant. And whatever goes in the vagina, please do not put it into the anus and vice versa. You can, a lot of people think it's all about just relaxing. It's a lot more than that. Besides relaxing, it's also really important to massage the entrance to the anus. It's
Okay.
a muscle that actually will relax as you massage it more, and also to take your time and give the person who is the receiver permission for the person penetrating to not move. So the person penetrating doesn't move, but the person receiving moves. So instead of you pushing into your partner, allow your partner to push into you, or into your finger, or into your object, or into an object. So anal play doesn't mean that you must do it with a partner. You can also use, of course, toys by yourself, and you can use your own finger to play with your anus. And just like the vagina, the anus is full of nerve endings, and you will feel the most pleasure at the first 1/3 of the anus. So it's not even really about deep. So I don't think it's a joke, but sometimes I do say this to my heterosexual clients, that if all of them were receptive to play, and they have had penetration, they will be in a much better position of understanding their partners, who is a woman, and that is the closest to having a vagina that they can have. So I think by having that understanding and awareness of their own bodies and understanding the sensation of being penetrated, that they in turn will also become better lovers.
Interesting. And there's a male G-spot in the butt, right?
Yes, so you can reach the prostate through the anus, and it is the male equivalent of the G-spot.
Should I fold it like that or just?
Yes. So however way your partner tends to stimulate your G-spot is the similar way where you go and find the prostate. So yes, you find what you think is the prostate, you can go round and around it, you can press on it, you can go up and down, stroke it. And there are people who are able to have prostate orgasms from their prostate stimulated. And some people may feel that their fingers are not long enough. So this is when sex toys can be helpful.
Okay. Such as anal beads.
So first massage, ask permission, and let the receiver move towards you, not you moving towards them.
Yeah, I didn't know that. That's a very interesting point. I did not know
Yeah,
that. So
actually.
Allow them to receive you.
lang, move and feel it.
Let me
And
move.
just sort of massage it and work it in before doing any sort of thrusting motion.
Is it the butt cheek that we need to massage, or like the entrance to the gate?
Yes.
The gate itself.
So massaging the butt cheeks helps, massaging the whole body, the butt cheeks, and then the entrance, and then around the entrance. Like there's so many things that you can do to relax the muscles.
Oh yes. oh, that's ticklish, Nico.
All right. Dr. Martha, and this is for our male watchers. Should men pee right after sex?
Yeah. So this is advice that is actually not just for people with vaginas, not just for women, but men also. It is a good idea to pee after sex, because it helps to prevent UTI. It helps to prevent bacterial infection. But it is just reduces the chances, but it doesn't eliminate the chance. I think this would be much more important for vagina owners, because our urethra is actually shorter than penis owners, and we are actually 2 times more likely to catch a sexually transmitted infection than a penis owner, simply because our structure is different. And
Right.
so in the world of equality, it's not true that 2 people can walk away with no risk. I think people with vaginas are much more likely to catch a sexually transmitted infection 2 times, actually, more than penis owners. So I think the peeing thing is definitely a very important thing to do after sex. But I think what can be annoying is if you just run off to wash, immediately after sex as well. So having a understanding with your partner, like how they feel about the fear of sexually transmitted infection and UTI. I think having that kind of conversation, like, are you cool if after you orgasm, like I go to the bathroom like immediately?
Yeah.
Because I need to do it.
Yes.
It's not like you're just gonna disappear and your partner be like, "Is there something wrong with me?"
Yeah, something wrong. You just
go.
Okay, so we should clean the chamber after.
Yes.
Okay. Now, I want to add this question. It's actually not on my original list of questions, but I'm a big supporter of protected sex and using condoms during sex, especially because the pregnancies here in the Philippines are out of control, and the population here is out of control, unfortunately. And here in the Philippines, abortion is illegal. Now, so I want to talk about people that aren't using condoms and the risks of women getting pregnant. Now, a lot of men think that they can pull out once they're ready to ejaculate, and that will reduce the chances of getting pregnant. Of course it will, but can women get pregnant from pre-cum? Because before a man comes, of course, there's a liquid that pops out. Can a woman get pregnant from that, Dr. Martha, or is it impossible?
there is a chance that the semen may leak into the precum, and also after they have ejaculated, let's say it's the second round, there will be remnants of the sperm still in the urethra, and so that is a higher chance. But let's talk about the first round. That's the precum, and then before the ejaculation, so there is a small chance of seepage because of the way the anatomy is, and so it's better to not take any chances.
Okay. So there is a chance.
Yeah. So many years ago, I had a client who's a Catholic, and I asked him how he reconciled his use of the male condom during sex with his partner, and he said, "What's that to reconcile? The church is not going to bring up my child, right?"
Mhm,
Right.
mhm.
So we have to think, not like respect our religion, but at the same time know that we are in modern times, and it really can change the course of your life, if you have an unwanted child.
Yes,
Of course.
of course it can.
It
Especially.
pays to be responsible.
Amen.
Not only, yes, of course. Not only responsible to your orgasm, but also the after effect. Feels good to do it all over again without, obligations yet. Like for now. I mean, I want to have it, but soon. But for now, it's good
Be
to have
safe
it.
na lang.
Yeah, just be
Yeah.
safe, everyone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, it's not cool, to have the pleasure and then have to live with the consequences, long after person that you were intimate with has moved on.
But
And go,
sorry,
Nikki.
I just
Go,
have
go.
another out of the blue question, because it's a
Yes.
little bit like an argument between who should bring it. Is it the guy's responsibility, or the girls should bring it? I mean, condom.
I think well, I have had a lot of experiences where my partner will try to get out of using the condom, and so
Mhm.
it's my body. I need to take responsibility as well. So I will always bring my own condom
Yep.
as well. And if he has his condom, good. Let's use his. Then I can keep my condoms and my money to myself.
Well, I think that's the right answer. And I think sex is like chocolate, right? It's a temptation. And when everybody's in the moment, they want to eat the chocolate, they want to have sex, and they want to do it in the most pleasurable way. And that's what I think causes a lot of males not to use a condom, and also a female, because I think a penis inside of you feels better when there's no condom on it, of course, right? And that's when the temptation, I think, comes in line. And a lot of people don't like using a condom because of that, and it leads to other problems, right?
Yeah. I personally don't feel a difference with or without the condom, but it's also our interpretation of it. Like, there's no barrier between us, baby, and then you have to live with the consequences.
Yeah. That's
Wait
right.
for 30 days, or like, oh my god, I don't have my period yet.
Yeah. Uh-huh. All right.
It should be men and women's responsibility. If you want to do it, be responsible. You also have to, it's like attending a game. You need to prepare.
You're right. Exactly. If you really care about it, and you really want to do safe sex, then bring a condom with you, whether it's a female.
Come on, it's I think, but I think 80%. Okay, I'm 50-50. Well, 60-40. 40% women should bring it. 60%. It should be the guy's responsibility.
Yeah, I guess it's his weapon, right? But
yes.
all right, we have our version of rapid questions here, a mix of random and rather entertaining questions. Are you guys game for that?
Game.
So pretty much, I'll provide a couple of categories, this or that, yes or no, and then you just provide a quick answer. So my first one.
So you are the host, and me and Nikki will just say yes or no?
Yes, exactly. Tama.
Okay, go.
Yes or no? Does shoe size or length of the forearm indicate the size of a penis?
No.
No. I actually
No.
don't know. No, so I'm gonna go for no.
Okay, so Nikki's guess is no, and Dr. Martha, that's actually true. It doesn't.
No.
Okay, wow. There you go. So if a guy has
Stop
small
asking
feet,
about the shoe size, guys. It's just a myth.
although I'm size 11, but
Oh.
it doesn't even matter now. Now that everybody knows.
Okay, and so what's the size of your penis?
Nico, you're a good question. I love
Well,
Martha. I
I'm sure you
love
know
you.
I'm sure you know the stats. I mean, Italians are on the better average of what you were
Okay, so
talking
just
about.
tell us.
Yeah,
I'm the host, Dr. Martha. Okay, I
Yeah,
ask the questions.
but your producer said this is gonna be a chill conversation, so conversation should be back and forth. So Nico, what's the answer?
No, I won't provide metrics, but I'm well endowed. I'm well equipped. I'm well equipped.
Should we
I'm
accept that
confident.
answer, Doc Bartha? Should we
I'm
accept that?
confident.
Okay, is it 8 or above?
What's that?
Is it 8 and above?
I'm confident. I'm confident. That's all I can say, Dr. Martha. Next question. I'm moving
Eight or
on.
above, okay.
I'm very confident, and it's the thickness is there. All right. Would you rather get oral sex or give oral sex?
Get or give?
Get.
Get or
Get.
give?
Get.
Really?
Yeah, why work so hard? Okay, next.
All right. I got to answer that question too, because I actually rather give oral sex to a woman than receive it. I'm not a big oral sex guy when it comes to that, but I rather give it talaga. All right.
Nice.
Would you rather be the submissive partner during sex or the dominant partner?
Submissive. Same.
Oh, submissive, both of you.
Yeah.
Okay. I think that's which would work well with another man because I prefer being the dominant one for sure. I mean, there's no doubt about it. Shortest size of penis you have experienced.
I can't
The
remember.
Sure.
Number
I
it
didn't
up.
bring my ruler.
True.
Approximate numbers.
Cannot remember. Cannot remember.
Pinky size. Pinky size.
Let's just say I thought he was still
Not
using
erect.
the fingering, and then in the sun I said put it in, and they said it's in. Oh,
Oh,
it's in.
it's in. Plot twist.
Plot
Lights.
twist.
Plot twist. Lights on or off?
In the middle, dim light.
Doesn't matter.
Dim
I like
light
dim
for
light.
Nikki. Dr. Martha, it doesn't
On or
matter.
off. Doesn't matter. Off
Really?
then, don't have to see your face.
Don't have to see your face.
I like the dim light because it adds a little bit of romance to the feels with dim light and yellow light.
Yes, I agree. I like to see the body a little bit. I like to see some shape and a little bit, but not.
Like a
I don't like
silhouette.
lights on. Yeah, just a little bit. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Would you rather take off your partner's underwear with your teeth or tease them with your tongue until they take off their underwear?
My teeth are veneers, so
Once a veneers.
yeah, it's the second one, the
The
tongue.
second one.
Yeah.
Dr. Martha,
Whichever is easier. I think the teeth.
the teeth. Okay, whichever's easier, less
Easier.
hassle. Would you rather have your fingers buried in your partner's back during sex or your partner's leg wrapped around your waist during sex?
I rather do the fingers buried thing.
In the back,
So
in the back.
so
Yes.
I'm not working so hard.
Me as well. I like the fingers in the back, so I'm not working as hard.
Yeah,
Whatever,
the
more
second
for-
one you realize that you are the one doing the penetrating.
Yeah. That,
Oh,
the-
like
the-
the leg is like crisscross on the guy's like, yeah, I think I like that one.
okay. I'm trying to envision it as well. It's okay. Would you rather make a lot of noise during sex or a really noisy orgasm? What's more important? Noisy during sex or noisy orgasm?
It because it's gonna be weird if you're just quiet, like, oh my gosh, here it is. So I think it's just the right amount of noisiness, just not too much, not like you're a cheerleader or like a play-by-play announcer that, oh my gosh, I'm putting it in over, just the
Yes.
right amount.
Okay,
Yep.
for me, I actually am quite quiet in the
Oh,
bedroom. So I have had to make myself make some noises. So yeah, so like Nikki, I will try to make consistent noises. Otherwise, my partner will think like,
you're not interested.
like, are you feeling anything?
Are you feeling anything? Like, what's going on?
Because for me, ako personally, if my partner doesn't make any sound, it's so awkward for me. It's like, do you really
Yeah.
want what we're doing? We
Yeah.
can
So
stop it.
so the noise thing is very important for people who tend to be more auditory. So it's not like something that I need to do. It's more like something that I feel like my partner needs.
Yes.
And with time, becoming more connected with your body and with your voice, so that because I think a lot of people actually have difficulties making noise in the bedroom,
Right.
because they live with their family, so they masturbate quietly, and then they become conditioned to be very quiet when they are sexual. So you have to uncondition yourself, like give yourself permission to make some noises in the bedroom, and that can be a challenge for some people.
Yes.
Touching yourself, yes, it's quite challenging here. So I have to remain quiet and like bite on something like.
But something na lang.
So
Yeah,
then
so
you may have difficulties making sounds. I have there are clients that I know of, people that I know of. They actually share the bedroom with their sibling, and then they can only masturbate at night, late in the night, under the blanket, and that is tough.
That's tough. Yeah, that's tough when you have to control all of that. For me, I think being vocal and hearing some noise is very important to me. It's validation that things are working,
True.
things are going
What's your
well.
favorite sound? I'm wondering. Italian.
Oh
Favorite-
yeah.
Favorite sound for a woman or what I'm making?
Favorite sound that an Italian man loves to hear from a woman.
I like to hear profanity, like usually the F word, or
Profanity, like literally profanity, or no?
like F me, you know what I mean?
Profanity.
Like F
Oh,
me,
okay.
keep going.
Oh,
I like
yeah,
to know
yeah.
like pacing to like faster, slow it, slow. Yeah, like that kind of just. I like getting those notifications, and then like some sounds, like some breathing, like like I like that too.
How about you? What are the sounds that you like making whenever you're doing it?
Me?
Yeah.
Usually grunts. I'm also vocalizing my no. Like usually like yes, yeah. I can do this.
It's like you're a wolf, like.
Hate you guys. Hate you guys. That's so ridiculous.
Okay, we want to learn from the Italian.
The Italian stallion, right?
Since you
Okay.
guys are the best lovers in the world, right? So we wanna experience it firsthand, even just virtually. Take us for a ride virtually, and all of our viewers watching right now at exactly 10:39 p.m. in the Philippines.
All right. Stop putting me on the spot. This is not happening, okay, Nikki? This is my show. My next question, or last one actually, last but not least, would you rather suck at foreplay or suck at sex?
Like suck or like suck like being bad
Like terrible,
Bad.
bad.
or
awful.
terrible. What was the question again? Sorry.
Would you rather be bad? I'll say, would you rather be bad at foreplay or sex?
It can be learned. I don't want to be bad in both. Yeah.
It can be taught.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
asking the wrong question to the wrong person. We do not put up with sucking.
Yes.
That's right.
We want to be the best version of ourselves.
Right.
Remember, we're aiming for Olympics, so
All right. Thanks for playing my fun little game. I really enjoyed that, guys.
how about you, Nico? What's your answer?
My answer to that last one,
Yeah.
I think I would rather suck at foreplay. But Italians are extremely talented at foreplay. That's actually why they're considered to be one of the best lovers in the world, because they know how to please their partner, and they actually prioritize pleasing their partner over themselves in foreplay.
Okay, I'm swiping right
Okay.
now on Italy on Tinder.
Wait, Italy
I'm
Tinder.
changing my location right now
Oh,
to
bueno.
Italy.
All right.
Good
Thank you
for
guys for
you.
being so honest with me. I really appreciate it. Now, my last question for both of you is this: what's your advice to women who are exploring the world to taste different penises as a part of their mission? I'll start with Nikki.
It's like what are you, Gordon Ramsay? Tasting different cuisines.
Cuisine.
Anthony Bourdain. The taste of Asia, the taste of Greece, the taste of Europe. Um, I think the best. I think the best one that should answer this one, or the best advisor for this is, of course, Dr. Martha. But also, I'm gonna give my insights based on my experiences.
Yes,
I
please do.
wouldn't say I'm a pro, but I used to be, you know, I'm very curious even at a very early stage of my life. I'm
Yes.
Even if I didn't if sorry, even the times when I haven't reached the puberty age, I'm already curious of this world, the world of
Okay.
sexuality. So
Yes.
now that I have this, now that I'm an adult, I have the liberty to explore it. I I'm not encouraging that you guys also should do it, but whatever, because it made me happy. It
Mhm,
gave
mhm,
me a feeling that I can't describe in word.
mhm,
It
mhm.
feels really really good. And
Yes.
once you find
Unique
it,
feeling.
don't stop in don't stop in finding them. Just explore. It's fun. Come on, you guys. Life is short.
Adventurous.
Yes, God didn't give you that instrument just to seal it. But if you also prefer to not open it totally, that's your choice. But if
Mhm,
you want to
mhm.
do it, don't be afraid. Just surround yourself with the right people. The
The right
you know
penises.
yes, and also that. But it feels good to have open-minded people around you, because you
Yes.
not only you'll feel accepted, but you also learn a lot of things from them. Like
I love
here, our conversations, it's really good thing that we're having this type of conversation. We have an expert, Doc Martha, and you, and to all of the watchers or viewers right now, thank you for watching, because it means to say that you guys are curious,
it. Mhm,
and
mhm.
deep down inside you want to explore. So just go for it. Come on. Ang
Well
haba
said.
ng sinabi ko, 'di ba? Nakakaloka.
Miss Universe yan. Panalo. All right, Dr. Martha, same question to you. What's your advice to women who are exploring the world to taste different penises as a part of their mission?
Find a different, more meaningful mission.
Wow, okay.
More meaningful
Yeah.
mission.
There's so much more to taste,
Mhm.
all kinds of different foods. And I'm not sure why anyone would come up with this kind of a mission, but for the most part, penises don't have much of a taste.
In the
Yeah.
hypothetical form, maybe let me reword the question. What's your advice to women who are looking to explore the world of sex?
Oh, yeah. Start by getting to know yourself, exploring your own bodies, and being able to be very good in articulating your needs, wants, and desires. It's so
Mhm.
important to be able to speak your truth so that you can take care of yourself out there.
True.
Well
Preach.
said. I'm
I
so
love you, Doc
happy.
Martha. I
I'm
love
so
you.
happy we can have this podcast tonight, guys, because
Yeah.
I think a lot of people think sex is something that's taboo and it's inappropriate to talk about, but we achieved the impossible and we talked about sex in a very professional and goofy way, but it was very educational at the same time. I think we had a lot of fun tonight and our viewers did as well. So I want to thank you guys both for that. Maraming salamat. Now,
Thank
Thank you
you
for
so
Nikki,
having
much.
us.
Thank you for
Nikki,
having us. Thank you, Doc Martha. Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Nikki,
It's fun.
Nikki, what are you currently working on? How can they follow you on your socials? Anything you want to promote? Do it right now.
Right now I'm starting to Google how to work out my pelvics. So also because of the pelvic workout. Yes, I'm into that, and of course, I'm into pineapple diet now after the show. But you guys, you can watch me on BRGY on TFC Mondays to Fridays po yan on I1 TV. And yeah, follow me on my social media account at MOR1019 Nikki Morena. Again, BRGY on TFC.
Ayan. Thank you,
Thank you,
Nick.
Carlo. Thank you, Nico. Thank you, Doc Martha. You're so cool. You're so honest.
Oh, thank
I
you
love
for
you
having
already.
me. Both of you are so cool and fun. I want to
Dr.
show you my balls.
Oh, okay. I got
I stopped breathing for a second. I was like, what? What? Cut the show. Cut the show.
What is it for, Doc Martha?
Oh, I bought 3 because 2 is never enough.
Yeah.
Are you juggling? Are you practicing juggling?
No, I wanted to try, but of course
Oh.
I'm not very flexible.
Oh, I
Oh, I
thought
see.
you use it to educate your patients how to properly massage the eggs, like the balls.
Yeah,
You know,
that's
help.
exactly right.
Oh,
Okay.
is there a proper
Dr.
way to do
Martha,
it?
Dr. Martha, please tell us more about your coaching program, Eros Coaching. What exactly do you provide and how can they reach you?
Yes, so I do private sessions with clients, 1 person or 2 persons. And I also have a lot of online courses, and I have maybe about 700 videos on YouTube that you can check out for
Wow.
free.
Wow. Okay.
What's your tell them, Doc Miss Martha, what's your
My
official
YouTube?
YouTube account?
What's your
Yeah.
official YouTube?
I think it's Dr. Martha-Lee. Yeah. And I'm also Dr. Martha-Lee on Instagram.
Okay.
And I also am on TikTok, although I haven't been very successful
Yeah.
in being funny there.
Give it
Here.
time. Give it time. I think you could trend on TikTok as well. Just the
Oh, yeah, I have.
you as who you are and what you know about sex. I think so many people would be
Yeah.
interested.
It's a lot, you know. There's so many platforms out there, and ultimately, putting myself out there is to help as many people as I can. So I really appreciate tonight and how fun you have made it. It's been really fun.
You're welcome. It's been my pleasure. And there you have it, guys. Please follow these wonderful ladies on their social media platforms.
Thank you.
Starting this October, we are going to start our dating segment called Betko Pet Mo. Kaya, for those who love pets and are interested to have a meetup with me, Nico Loco, at the end of the season. Seryoso to kaya, guys, okay? Join ka na. Please send a 2-minute video intro about yourself with your awesome pet. Guys, I have a cat that's 1 year old and I absolutely love her. So I love cats. I'm a cat person over dogs. I'm sorry, guys, but any type of pet. Participants should be from NCR and or nearby provinces only. Bet mo yun. For more details, please send an email to boulderchannelph@gmail.com.
I like what Doc Martha says on the chat. Have a date with Nico and find out his penis size.
That should be in the
The
script.
tagline, yeah.
That should be the tagline for sure. We're gonna change it, Dr. Martha, for next
Nico
episode.
is turning red right now.
I know I'm blushing. Okay. Maraming salamat, guys, for joining the show. Nikki Morena and Dr. Martha Lee. I hope you
you.
guys had fun. Did you guys enjoy tonight?
Yes, it
of
was really
course I did.
fun.
What's your favorite number, Nico?
My favorite number
Yeah.
is 9.
9. Oh. Doc
9.
Martha said 69.
9 is my lucky number that
Lucky
means a lot
number.
to me. Yeah, it's very
Oh,
personal.
yeah. It means a lot. Yeah, it means a lot, really.
I just want to quickly thank our Kumu viewers. We actually had so many viewers tonight, guys, and sadly, I wasn't able to answer all the questions, like ang daming questions, and they're so curious about this topic tonight. That's why I'm like smiling from my each ear, because everybody's interested in what we've been talking about tonight. And yeah, we love the show. Guys, you're awesome. What a great topic. Nakakatawa yung topic tonight. Awesome. So I'm very satisfied with tonight. Tomorrow, Friday at the Boulder Channel, join Yanni Mayo on Colloquial at 7:30 p.m. That's Yanni Mayo. She's a very entertaining young woman on Colloquial at 7:30 p.m. And then Mark Way on Bliss Out and About, which is a show all about BL series. It interviews lahat ng personalities from the BL world, and that is at 9 p.m. Guys, check out Mark Way on Bliss Out and About at 9 p.m.
Oh, si Mark Way. Hi, Mark Way.
You know Mark
Naka-work
Way?
din siya eh. Yeah, I worked with him sa isang BL series.
Oh, you did
Yeah,
a BL
before.
series, Nikki?
But I'm not the main actor, of course. I'm just... Yeah, we do. But I'm not sure if it's out already. I'm not sure. With Derek Rial, Florido.
Wow. Okay, I'm gonna have to check that out. What is it on YouTube or?
No, it's not yet out. But you
when
can
is it
also
coming out?
watch Me and Mrs. Cruz. I am there with. Oh, I'm sorry, Mark. I worked with Mark sa Me and Mrs. Cruz with Ina Raimundo. It's on I Want Me and Mrs. Cruz pala, not the BL series. I'm sorry, Mark. Yeah, it's Me and Mrs. Cruz. I got confused.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, Doc Martha, for your time. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you for
educating
having me.
us.
Now, before I let you two go, we have a tradition here on Brief Encounter. We always have a quote of the week. Now, I write down these quotes. I have a diary that I write these things down, and some of them are good, and I like to talk
Some
about
of
them.
them
on
are
the show.
good. Some of them
Some
are.
of them are good. Some of them are terrible. So the quote for tonight is, be humble no matter how successful you become. Think positively. No matter how hard life gets, give much, even if you've given little. If you've been given little. Forgive all, especially yourself. And never stop wishing the best for everyone, and live with the belief that the whole world is on your side.
I think that's a very good quote. You know, I think the best quote for today is what Doc Martha says earlier.
Ano yan?
Life is orgasmic.
Aw.
Life is orgasmic.
I love that.
Dapat yan yung quote. Okay.
Yeah,
Life is
orgasmic. Yes.
Boulder peeps, my lovely, beautiful Thursdays. Stay safe, be mindful, but be playful, but be mindful. Ako po si Nico Loco, and you've just watched another fun and insightful episode of Brief Encounter, your most playful Thursday habit, only here on the Boulder Channel. See you guys next Thursday. Bye-bye, guys.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Martha. Thank you, Nikki.
Thank you.
You guys
Salamat
are the
kaayo,
best.
Jong. Should we leave? Or
Yeah,
we
yeah.
just-
Okay na.